God damn. Let me spit now. All right. Showtime. Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the week again. PUBG Mobile Action brought to you by PUBG Mobile Africa. The weekly rooms are here. We got 100 players. We've got 100 players diving in with 25 teams in the cut. This is going to be one for the books, though. One for the absolute books. Who's gonna make it happen? Who's gonna take it first? Playing path from the southwest to a little bit of that eastern side. Lipovka very much into in here. Yeah, I think we've got a bunch of teams that are going to play in from that south side. Going to not have to do too much, but we'll see for ourselves if that's going to be the case. But nonetheless, the chance for a lot of things here. Ooh, Yuri's got a vehicle. Ooh, we've got our first body in the air. And who was that? I think that's happening all the way down there in Primorsk. It is Black Hat getting knocked away. Unfortunate scenes for him and his teammates there. Can they find a way around? Oh, it's Pride Yen actually taking it upon themselves here. It looks like it's the entire team Pride pulling up into the scene here. Botensky gets caught immediately, getting knocked away, but his teammate Yen is there to the rescue, and Yen takes another one for the hit. Doesn't go for the true drop, but unfortunately Yen gets knocked away as well. H on the back end, he's taking shots with the shotgun, but unfortunately, can he make something happen? I think he can. That will be the end of the road for that team. H with the last shot, making it count. But that was very, very close. Almost getting cooked. Team Pride almost getting cooked there. But they stood on business. They made it happen. They looked very, very comfortable. Very, very confident. Alright, that's what we love to see. Players and teams just putting in that work. Let's see if they will be consistent. Consistency. Will Team Pride be consistent? Because they've started very nicely. 4 eliminations to the good. And now we are seeing, or rather we're keeping our eyes peeled to see if they will do more of the same. Speed has been on the receiving end of a little bit of some chaos there. It looks like a whole lot of teams out in this northeastern side, and I'm not sure who's taking up on that one, but it looks like Gambini and the rest of his teammates are packing it in. Ooh, well, Xenox almost getting knocked away there, but manages to escape the danger. Will face the opposition, but his teammate Azrael has been knocked away. Shelby continues to apply pressure out into the open. Again, he shoots a couple more shots there, and Panda continues to apply some more pressure. Can he get the angles right? He can. Oh, what a spray from Shelby. Well. Carissa and Demolish too far away, but that has never stopped them before. Shelby continues to apply some more pressure. Panda is very low on HP. Can he do something against Shelby though? Is he going to peek? If he peeks, he might be in a lot of trouble. But the pressure continues to mount here. And his teammate is knocked. Or his teammate AFK, he gets knocked away as well. And that's 3 bodies. MTF are about to capitalize and take this one home. Panda does get flushed. Azrael, unfortunately, teammate is AFK. No chance for him. Ooh, does he know that Palermo is just outside? Might be able to secure that free elimination if he's aware. But Azrael finally getting flushed there. A little bit more where that came from, if you ask me. Playzone already on the move here. Ooh, J48 from Unsullied Army has been knocked away there. Yuri and the rest of his team. Champion as well, also in the mix. Oh yeah, they pull up onto the scene as well. 2 shots, and Champion will raise a glass there. Gets the job done while Yuri was in the car. But they do it, and they do it big. Sending the ops back to the lobby. And that is how you make the opposition pay for their mistakes. They pay for their mistakes in the nastiest way possible here. But there is more where that came from. Gonna keep our eyes peeled here. Playzone is still closing out. Still got a couple of teams in our western side. OP Storm and the rest of the guys from Pride also still holding in. And the team 18, we've got Kubayashi. Well, Carissa continues to apply some more pressure on. Again, this northern side, there's a whole lot going on here though. Can't be lying to. Moses has been knocked away. MTF continued their assault on the rest of the teams inside of this lobby as well. Now they are pulling out immediately all the stops. Shelby has been putting in work. 2 eliminations, potential for 3 and 4. As he pops out the Bison, he gets his third and packs that one in. 4 eliminations now, potential for 5 as well, because I think I see Moses crawling away just outside of the distance there. Carisha did get knocked away in that exchange, but will be getting picked up. Probably had an AED into that one to that effect. Viper getting bitten, stung there by the M4s. The Creed a victim as well. Towards the southern side, there's a lot going on there as well. You can see them all clamoring to get into a better position into the play zone. Vehicles on toward phase 1 of the zone is going to be closing out any moment from now. Bright from BNZ on the receiving end of some bullets as well. He's taking a hit, and all of the teams here making their own rotations slowly but surely. as we are reducing the numbers one by one. Pride also making a dash for it into the next phase of the zone. OP Storm will take some shots courtesy of Dream Team. Nova in the mix as well. They will be taking that one upon themselves there, but they're yet to secure any elimination, so this might be a very tricky one. That the first team you do run into will be Team Pride. But do they want to capitalize on that? Do they want to take the fight on? Doesn't look like it would be smart of them, as they will make their ascent into the next phase of the zone. Trying to hold it in though could be a little bit of a tricky one. The body getting a couple of shots onto that western side as well. Takes a gander as the play zone has shifted again towards the southern side. Sardar, eyes quite open here. No opposition in this area. Storm, oh, well, it looks like OP Storm and the guys from the Team Pride could be in a world of trouble here, but I spoke too soon, as they will get the job done, getting swept through. They're up to 6 eliminations now. MDR also have a couple of players in the mix. Gene is high on the hillside there. Oh, he's taking shots. Can he move out in time? Yes, he can. Can he pick him up? Oh, that was very close. Very, very close. But it looks like Dream Team will be pulling up into the scene as well. They run into Gene, and they will play into a split. Gene could be in a little bit of trouble here. They spin into the corner, hop back into the vehicle, surely turn into the corner there. Gene goes down, and that could be trouble, trying to steal the elimination. Will it work? It looks like it works. H gets a drop, and Tensky's in trouble. The red zone, oh, the red zone knocks Tensky away. Team Pride could be in a lot of trouble right now. They need to go back to pick Tensky up, as the red zone is going to be his undoing. Chris pulls up immediately to reap where he did not sow there, but they will be pulling up immediately to quick effect. Surely they go up to try to pick him up again, or a couple more sprays. That's a beautiful spray immediately from H. Pulls up and he gets another drop into that corner, and Tensky will breathe a heavy sigh of relief as OP Storm gets knocked away a second time. And H continues to apply some of that pressure again. Is he going to try to pick up his teammate? Doesn't look like it. He goes for the smoke instead, and his teammate will bleed out. That was I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure he wanted OP Storm to die, and he did. Nova pulling up into the scene as well. Tensky pulls up as well, takes another hit. He takes another hit, courtesy of the AUG. Peter getting the job done. Dream Team now capitalizing on the guys from Team Pride. They capitulate under the pressure, and H will be run over immediately there. He goes down to Peter and will be swept back into the lobby. Dream Team up 2 eliminations now. And looks like Team Pride will be down to just 1 player, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, why did he let his teammate bleed out though? Looks like it's the end that's going to be the last one left. Why did he sacrifice his teammate there? I would never understand what that was for. Looks like we've got 2 teams actually just lurking around here. I'm not sure why, but we'll see. We'll see if there's more. Carissa, ooh, Carissa getting knocked away there. This is not what I was expecting, but it is absolutely happening in the air. And now Cyrus has set some sights onto guys from MTF. They are down to just 2 players, but Carissa has been picked up, and they're back to full strength, or at least somewhat of full strength. 19 teams still very much alive here. 48 players in phase 3 of the circle in this weekly match, and the pressure is on here now. We're trying to make sure we pack this in. Oh, here we go. Shelby immediately pulls one up. Demolish immediately with the AKM. Gets the first drop. Gets the second drop as well. Carissa with the Bison unleashes hell on the opposition. Shelby exposed to the ops outside. Goes down immediately as well. Carissa is out by his lonesome. Does get knocked away. Demolish is all left of Demolish now, trying to get his teammates back up in a 1 versus 2 potentially. Teammates lurking outside. Ops, surely they capitalize on this one and advance their position. And here comes Zero Aim. TFO, they want to capitalize on this. They want to make sure that Carissa is done and dusted, and that will be the end of the road. Mickey goes for the drop, goes for the flush, and that will be it now. now another one playing to the corner. That's a beautiful drop from Demolish, demolishing the opposition, and the clutch is clean. 2 bodies caught in quick succession. End of the road down. TFO pulling up from the northern hillside, and now an opportunity for Demolish immediately to reposition, gives the opposition time to shoot and time to send a couple shots in, but they will manage to escape just by the skin of their teeth, and they manage just in time to get out of dodge. But if I was them, I would go up the hillside though to keep the guys from TFO out. That would be the smarter play, but the play zone is not favorable right now, so they will reposition themselves and put themselves into a better spot. Sidelines is good for Demolish. They are up to 13 eliminations, but they are down 2 players. Carissa, a victim of circumstance there, but it looks like Dream Team will start to put the screws to the rest of the teams here one by one. Luis, oh, that's a beautiful grenade, and he manages to dodge it just in time, but he will not escape that shotgun and that AUG combo from Sad. Dream Team now trying to hold the western side for themselves. Chris playing it through from that northern position and keeps the rest of the team at bay. They're up to 6 eliminations now. They're adding more onto the tally as we look on, and there is pressure mounting on the rest of the teams that are still yet to make it into that central position of the zone there. We've still got Yen from Team Pride alive in that western side, just ahead of the guys from Dream Team. And then we've got MDR, who did lose Gene earlier to Dream Team, and I'm pretty sure Youngblood does see the guys from Dream Team just up ahead, and that will put things into very interesting perspective. But they are trying to lock it in, and there is space to covert over to that next position, and now they will keep the arrest, and they will keep a lot of the zone for themselves. Their play zone has shifted again. There's a little bit of water in that zone though. It is going to be a very diabolical last couple of zones there. Zero Aim goes down immediately, gets swept away. TFO losing out another body over to that northwestern side, or that northeastern side. They will take another hit. Speed peeks out, he goes down as well, but his teammates will be there to get the res up. And C7 very low on HP, but manages to just Skrill into the zone. Speed leading on the Elims board for his team. He's got 3 so far. And High on Shrooms is trying to get an angle into that compound just up ahead, but it's not in the play zone. They need to prioritize getting into the zone as well. And they need to prioritize getting to the zone first and make that the wiser choice. Play zone already hot on their heels. It is phase 4. They cannot afford to dilly-dally now. It will hurt, and they have to make that right call. They have to make that right choice. The advance comes through. Can they pickpocket those teams that are trying to send a couple shots through? Doesn't look like it will be the case though, but they will spin around the corner there. They're making the play just over to the front sides, and they have been spotted there by Team 14. Mad Boy alone, the only elimination he has secured so far. Earlier in the game, he saw that one. C7 and the rest of the team there making their advance into Milta, and it looks like it is going to be the city where we will wrap this game up. Oppositions now pulling up into separate positions there. Unfortunately, Mad Boy trying to hop onto the roof there, but no dice. Doesn't get any joy. High on Shrooms gets spotted immediately there by Rizzle alone. Gets him knocked away there. Flushes immediately. And that's another one biting the dust. Now that's 2 eliminations for this team. They have been camping it through, but C7's grenade will land and it will connect. Rizzle alone goes down immediately. Shotgun straight to the temple. Packs him in and puts him back into the lobby. Not what he was expecting. Not even in the slightest. And now they will be getting packed up. Not the way they were expecting things to pan out, but that's another grenade getting launched into the smoke there, trying to get an angle. Yanko has lost 2 of his teammates already. Can they do something over to the other side? C7 continues to apply pressure. That's a fantastic grenade. He launches, it connects. Yanko's grenade launches over the other side. Speed's grenade will trade one off as well. He packs one into the corner, tries to thread it through the 2 windows, but no joy for him. And he's probably going to have to try again. He's got 2 of his teammates though knocked away. But fortunately for him, they will shut the door just in time and get the reset on. But Rizzle alone And Boy alone still very much in the mix here, continuously applying some more of that pressure. Shelby has been a major player so far. Tries to get an angle right through the windows there, but can't seem to find an opening just yet. Yanko continues to move around and make his position very, very tricky there. And that is a clutch from Yanko, packing them in. C7 had no idea that the shotgun shells were traveling in his direction. He goes down, and now we're down to 8 teams, 20 players, and it's all about who gets to wrap up Milta. Chances and more chances on the delay here, but now everybody's trying to keep things onto the pressures and onto the other positions. Now Dream Team making a play for it. They have pulled up into the scene here. They have a sight line over to the other side. They might be able to take it upon themselves, but Youngblood has a sight line on them as well. Sand pulling up just right through the sequence there. Might get caught out on rotation. Ooh, Youngblood had to be very careful there. The moment he picked up, he was about to get absolutely cooked, but managed to duck just in time. Peter and Chris have their sight lines straight on this building, and they might decide to pull up just closer. They are not in the zone just yet, so they might decide to rotate over to that right hand side and use the angle from their teammates. That would be the smarter choice. Chris still has a sight line over to that building. They can't seem to find a way through. That's another spray and another spray. More sprays over to that window from Chris, but unfortunately just too far out of reach for him. They did land a couple of shots there to give some warning. Play zone already hot on the hills, and they're taking hits as they advance their position, and they have a sight line over to the guys from Dream Team. Team 12, 4 eliminations courtesy of one player who is deceased. But I mean, Team 12 have all of the angles here. The only problem is they can't cover all of the bases because they're a man short, and they are going up against a Dream Team that has 4 players. So there's a man that you cannot just account for. Champion from Unsullied Army making a play for it. UA dashing through the snow. You would think he's Santa Claus. That he spots his way through and he makes an entry into the zone, finds a spot to call home. Yuri finally getting picked up there. They are back to somewhat of a full strength. I'm not sure how many teams have 4 players alive, but it looks like Youngblood manages to get the drop onto the guys from Dream Team, and Peter, no chance. Angles goes for the flush, and Dream Team will lose a player. Now they're cut down to 3, and it looks like it is only this team that has 4 players alive, and we're down to 7 teams now, 17 players. And now Youngblood, not too much of a dice for him. He gets knocked away, but his teammates, they might be able to do something. Sad continues to place the pressure into the other side. Angles now in a little bit of a trouble now, as Sad is trying to get Nova picked up, but this would have been a perfect opportunity for Chris to pull up to the scene, and here he comes. But he has to be careful. Hopefully he doesn't get blown away inside of this vehicle. He's making the dash for it though. Can he find an angle? Can he find a position to call home? He circles quite nicely into that south side to keep this team at bay. Are they going for the pickups? Here to Kill has been picked up. Youngblood still yet to be picked up. Angus goes down now. It is all left to Here to Kill as Angus gets blown away by the grenade courtesy of Nova. And Dream Team now making a job well done. And they might be able to wrap this up, but they have to be careful. It's a DBS season. And he goes for the first one. That's a beautiful clutch for Here to Kill, and he's Here to Kill. Gets the first drop again. Might go for the second. Grenade is only the answer here. Try to strip it through, but no chance. The Scar L and the UMP come out in full swing. Nova wraps it up and packs them in. End of the road for them. We're down to 5 teams now, 12 players alive. And Here to Kill just got killed, courtesy of the guys from Dream Team. They pack that one in. Yuri now setting his sights on as 10 eliminations, and we're down to 12 teams, all looking for a way inside of this next zone, trying to make sure that they're quite central. But now this team, the only team with 4 players, Team 2, Admino, rather, with 3 eliminations. Ketha, Whistler, Pinocchio, all with the numbers advantage, but not with the eliminations advantage. They've not really had any joy in eliminations so far, but they have done one thing right, and they have kept all of their players alive. But it is now a matter of how much resources they can use to go into the final zone, of into the final positions now. Dream Team are approaching. They're closing the gap. They're closing the space between themselves and the rest of these other teams that are already in Melta. They do have a little bit of the zone to work with there. That's a fantastic grenade from Sad. And it does connect. I'm pretty sure they know he's one. Oh, that's a beautiful trade-off. Grenade for grenade. Ooh, go Aura for Aura right there. Bags one in, and it will deter Sad from pressing the advantage and advancing any further. Another grenade launched in, but it looks like it's a smoke grenade to shield the vision. But Dream Team are advancing themselves as well. They're capitalizing on the angles that they have found so far. Sad trying to reconvene, trying to put it in, and he does put it in. S12K straight to the noggin. And we are down to 4 teams now, 11 players alive, and all of them putting together a lot of resources as they are trying to make that final dash into the zone. But the play zone, the next play zone, is going to be a very, very interesting dynamic here. You can see the guys from Team 4 trying to make a dash for it in across the zone here. But they have to make sure they make a run for it. Good, very, very good smoke path that they have aligned for themselves. But they have to make a dash for it now, and they have to do it quickly. And hopefully they don't get spotted out. Oh, Molotov launched right there. Well, that was very, very close. Yuri is also taking hits, but the smoke grenades, they're almost getting the job done. But it looks like the guys from Team 4 will not be running across the zone just yet, but they do have a little bit of zone to play around with, but the next zone might not be so favorable. They wanted to make a dash across, and now it is too late. Dream Team already on that precipice. They're moving around into the corner space, might be able to put the rest of these teams at bay here, but they have to move quickly. And they are setting quite nicely here. Nova already putting himself in pole position onto the rooftop here to cause trouble for the guys from Team 4. He's spotting them. Yuri, the first to go down. Admino already getting him knocked into that other corner. And Nova does have a sight line of his own as well. And he does get a knock onto Pinocchio. And there's the opening. But can they capitalize? IQ's advancing as well. Smoke's already coming through from Whistler. Champion already advancing his position as well. He's trying to hold it in. Hyunbin had to be very careful there. Smoke's into that supervision position there as he gets knocked away. But now they're just down to 2. Champions still taking damage. Still bleeding out. Second by second. Minute by minute. And they're losing out here. And that will be the end of the road for him surely. No dice. In Hyunbin, end of the road, he goes down. Courtesy of the guys from the Dream Team and in collaboration with the play zone. Admino also making a play for it there. Ketha hopefully does get picked up. It's a numbers game now. Grenades flying through from Dream Team. Nova already pressing forward. But they do not have the numbers advantage. Can they wrap around? Can they get an angle here? Let's not forget, IQ is a danger. He is an off angle, and he is an unrecognized player, and he puts things into a very interesting perspective right there for Team 2, because they might think this is a 4 versus 4, but they don't know that they've got a straggler. They've got a guy that could cause problems for them from the back end. They're not aware that IQ is pulling up from the rear end. He might be able to cause a lot of problems for them. Ketha gets called, gets knocked away this time again by Sad. Admino goes down courtesy of Chris, and another one bites the dust. Pinocchio goes down as well. Dream Team wiping the floor with Team 2 over to the other side. IQ has no chance to make the play here as he circles back, end of the road. Whistler actually gets him knocked away there, but no dice for him as well. Admino goes down, swept away with the S12K. And now another chance for Whistler. Launches another grenade, had no idea that Chris was all from the right hand side, and he gets the job done, and he packs them in. End of the road. 16 eliminations. Dream Team will walk away with that first chicken dinner. Ladies and gentlemen, that is match number one. We've still got some action lined up for you, so do not touch that dial. We'll be right back for match number two. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. The action continues. It is the weekly games. PUBG Mobile Africa is giving you the heat. Last game, we saw the guys from Dream Team step up to the plate and take that chicken dinner. I think they got like 19 eliminations or something, or was it 16 or something? Yeah, but they were absolutely cooking. Yo, I think I have this energy drink skin though, if I'm not mistaken. I think I have this skin. Man, I need more skins. I can't lie. I can't lie. All right, let's take a look at that playing path from El Azhar down to Partuna. Quite nice, quite chill, quite vibey. Not the worst thing in the world, you know. We're about to see if there is more where that action that we saw. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Got a little bit of urgency, insurgency, no mercy going down to IQ. Zombie from IQ. Ooh, well, Zombie gets another one down. S12K this time around. Okay, this guy is cooking wherever he is. He is absolutely dogging the ops down. Well, that's 3 bodies caught immediately from Zombie from IQ. Ooh, that's a nice one. Nice kick. I think this is AK from IQ from the last game. I think it was his second place finisher. So I think he's brought the rest of his squad down to lock in with him. What is he doing? Wait, where is the... Wait a minute. That would be too funny if his teammate actually got cooked in that entire process, but he does get the job done. Then they will be on their way. Getting back to the rest of his team there, I think they are. Interesting quick shot there. We've got 3. We've got 30 seconds or roughly 20 seconds until the zone starts to close out. So everybody has to be on the move. And Rado getting a shot onto Youngblood there. MDR in trouble. And these are 2 teams battling out in Los Leones. Again, Here to Kill has been killed again. He saw his way through to the final sequence of the last map, but unfortunately he will not be lucky a second time around, as he has been sent back quickly, courtesy of Poison and Rado from I7. Or is that 17? Chat, is that I7 or is that 17? Someone tell me in the comments in the live chat. Is that I7 or is that 17? Ooh. Swap to the wrong weapon. We'll hop down immediately. Ooh, if I was this guy, I would have shot him out of the air real quick. Well, Poison gets knocked away there. Oh, this is going to be very interesting though. Can they find an angle here? Well, we will go for the pickup of the grenade. Oh, Molotov, he can see it, right? You can see it. Oh, he gets burned down as well. Beautiful Molotov there from Kubayashi. As he gets the job done, Poison goes down and Rado to follow suit. And somehow, some way, 2 bodies dropped from 17 or I7. Not the way they were expecting to start this game off. Not even in the slightest. Ooh. Grenade. Packed up. Launched as well. Did manage to get Nagy, but I think he can reposition himself there. His teammate has fallen off. How did that even happen? Well, his teammate has fallen off, so it's all left to him now. Can he go back and pick his teammate though? How close is he? Oh, he continues to fall off higher and higher, but I think he's fine. I don't think there's any ops in the area. Are there any ops in the area? I don't think there are. Yeah, I don't think there's any ops in the area, so I think he should be fine. Yeah, he is getting picked up by Nagy, but that's very close to causing a lot of commotion. Ooh, Pride the End. I mean, why is everyone falling, man? What is going on? Why is everybody falling? Where did Pride the End fall from? I'm trying to find where he is, where he fell from, but not the accolades that he thought he was going to see here, but nothing untoward either. Looks like something is happening in Chumasera though. Ooh, nice shot. Death Fury goes down, and Pray for Mercy will get the drop on him. Being the last man is also crazy though, and still going for the flush. And unfortunately, none of his teammates there to make something happen. Oh, that's one of the guys from Team Pride actually. Black Storm also taking a hit. Oh, he manages to get the shot right through the hole in the window and sees the job done. Yen is trying to spin around the block there with the monster truck. He's already got 5 eliminations there. Spins through. Interesting enough, you think it would be something interesting the way this guy was a moment ago. He was knocked away, falling away, but now this time around he's cooking. 5 limbs, potential for more, because I think he's looking out for Pray for Mercy. I think he wants to make sure that this guy does not live to find another day though. He gets the angle there. Oh, that grenade might cause a little bit of trouble for him though if he doesn't make something happen. Molotov launched into the corner there, but has to find a way through. Yen, can he hold it in? Trying to spin around the block. His teammates pulling up as well. And this is a real cat and mouse game coming up here now. Yeah, trying to get angles and positions on him. And that is a click with the DBS. Yen gets the job done. End of the road for Pray for Mercy. I'm pretty sure he prayed for it before he got sent back into the lobby. Couple of seconds until phase 2 of the circle will be closing down, and we still got 20 teams in the cut here. Still got a bunch of teams that have still not made their way into the next phase of the zone here. Looks like Spray has been knocked away, and Gulat with Cairo all working in tandem of keeping this position, but doesn't look like there's more to it than that one. They might be trying to spin around the block there and keep it into an interesting perspective. Oh, Cairo trying to spin through, but the jump shot, no luck. He goes flushed out. Well, he was playing in his face, and he played back into the lobby. He had no idea, but that was going to be the case for him. Well, I'm pretty sure he will learn from that one. He will learn. And that's the end of the road. Back into the lobby he has gone. Ooh, well, zone's closing out around Monte Nuevo and a little bit of Chumacera and Ladriela as well. Picado is about to be forced out, so is Power Grid. So if you haven't made it there yet, what is you doing? Still got a couple of teams yet to make their way into that zone though. Play zone has shifted though. Ooh, Demolish has been spotted. Is he gonna wait for him, or beautiful opportunity, or should have gone for the headshot instead? Did not go for the headshot. Should have gone for the headshot. Trying to pop the tires on the Murado. Smart play though. Going to make it difficult for them to leave that compound, but he is just a solo player though. I mean, if I were him, I would have put myself in a nice position where I would see the driver of that car and put a shot right through him, but they finally spotted him. Well, Demolish has spotted him though, so fortunately for him, he does have a vehicle. I'm pretty sure that's why he's so lenient and nonchalant. Very lenient, very nonchalant in the way he has been playing so far, man. Like, because he knew he had a car right behind him. That makes sense. Well, he advances his position, gets into the zone. I mean, there's a ton of space inside of the zone to work with though, so let's see who's going to make the best choice and make the best out of it. But right now, this is the team that I would say is in the best position in the zone right now. The guys from IQ. They're looking very confident though. Tensky, save me. Sending a couple of shots through, connecting as well. The guys from Dream Team, are they here again? Yes, they are. Can they do a double? Can they do a back-to-back here? Unsullied now setting your sights on as J48 trying to hold off onto the guys from Dream Team, but no. Chris and Peter already on the off angles there. Teamwork, making the dream work yet again. Champion over to the other side. And he makes a dash for it there, but doesn't look like much can be done from that position. They will have their sightlines on them and probably gonna send a couple shots through to the corner. But Peter immediately rails back and looks like number one pulls up into the scene. He gets knocked away as well. That was a bad idea. Can they pick J48 back up? Can they pick him up? I don't think they can. That's going just a high risk maneuver. Car sways to the side. He's probably gonna get pulled out of that vehicle. I'll be told to alight. It would have been a smarter choice for them to reposition themselves into that corner there, but Rizzle is up alone there trying to set his sights onto the guys from Dream Team. He gets the angles quite right. Is he gonna take a couple of shots to Peter? His HP is dwindling though. Does he not have meds? Oh, looks like he did not have meds. Chris has to abscond and leave him into the zone there. That was a dangerous play from Dream Team and they have paid the price, losing Peter in that exchange. Not the way they were expecting that one to go though, but they will walk away with a couple of eliminations in their back pockets. But I believe it will just be left to Chris. Unsullied Army is still gonna be confident in keeping their numbers up though. At least they have two players in. Chris is on the other side. So trying to get a nice spot. Ooh, nice shot into the corner, a shot into the dark, nonetheless. But 6 eliminations for Team 7, and they are in Latvia, uncontested, I might add. I mean, he's in a good spot though, very good spot. But how much more can they do though? So Chris is going to find himself into a little bit of a nice pocket of space to play out from here. Parks his car, goes inside. So we'll see where he can find some space there. Some sprays onto Spartacus. And he does get a knock onto him. Goes for the flush. Adds another one in the tally. Will not be stopping for anyone. And gets another drop. And Demolish is also in on the action. He's pulling up. And he might decide to take this one off. Launches the grenade onto the left side. No chance, no dice for him. But they do have the numbers. It would be ideal for them to crowd this little compound for themselves. As Black Storm goes down, Yen follows suit. End of the road for them as well. And they will be going back into the lobby. Demolish, doing as his name incisors. He does demolish. Last player from that team. You're up to 6 eliminations now. We're down to 10 teams though. 22 players alive. And there is a modicum of self-reflection coming on toward. Ooh, Speed is actually going for it here. They're up to 8 eliminations. Can they make it 10? Oh, that's a beautiful rotation. Split out around the angles there. High on Shrooms already pressing forward. Can they close this down? It's a big opportunity for them. Molotov launched inside. Well, that one doesn't do the trick, but the second one might. If he can aim it perfectly, he might be able to make it happen. He does take the hit on, and he does get the job done. 10 eliminations to the good for Team 23. And they do have a lot littered in the corners there. But now they will have to reposition, as they are not necessarily inside of the play zone, but they don't have to travel too far. Speed has taken some damage from the play zone as he's trying to make the advance. We're down to 17 players alive now. Still got the last straggling man from Dream Team, Chris, up in a 1 versus 3 here against Team 13. I mean, he has all of the cards though. Oh, gets the first spray through. Power Hungry going down, and he has to be careful though. There's still ops in his right hand side. If he's not aware of them, he has to be aware now. Can they go for the pickups? Can he apply some more pressure? Grenade is good. Launched over the top. Champion from UA. Oh, that grenade was money. And Power Hungry goes down, but Demolish is going to be the one that steals the elimination now. And now the press is on. Whistler has to go back into the house, but Krenix almost taking his head off there, but that was a very, very close call. And now they are in trouble. They're getting forced out into the positions. And now Demolish has them in his sights. Can they do something here, or will they take the high road and go back to the blue zone? But Molly has been knocked away, courtesy, I believe, Chris, still putting in the work, still causing chaos there for MTF. And now Whistler is making a play for it, advancing his position. Can he do the 1v1? He's low on HP. He's surely going to be cooked. He's getting pulled out of the vehicle immediately. While that was going on, did his teammate manage to come outside? Was Krenix able to come outside while this was going on? I believe he was. He dashed straight into the building and takes the position. And the risk has paid off. Molly's still knocked away though. MTF in a spot of trouble right now. Chris is playing it closer and closer. And he is in a very bad way. But the play zone shifts again, and he has made his way through at the very least, at the detriment, at the cost of his teammate. But we'll see if there will be more to keep him on. But Chris from Dream Team still very much in this though, still very much in the race here, still very much causing trouble. But the guys from Unsullied Army up onto that high ground position, they could be causing some trouble. Does he spot him? Oh, he spots him. Is he visible to the guys from Unsullied? Let's take a quick look. Can they see Chris from here? Well, they have a sight line on this. I mean, if I was Chris, I would have probably still held onto my car though and made a dash for the zone, because that would have been a smarter play. Going on foot, knowing that there's a high ground, never good. This could be on Solid Army's game if everything goes right. But do they have the numbers? Let's take a look here. Nope, it looks like the guys from IQ, the team I talked about that had the best position in the zone earlier on, it looks like, yeah, the only ones that still have 4 players alive. Everybody else is 2-1 stragglers. So now we're about to see if that pans out into something. Cam is on. Oh, Zombie gets a hit from Speed. Is he all by his lonesome? He is by his lonesome. He loses his 1v1 against Speed because he was not fast enough. He goes down. And now that might be speaking into volumes. Ooh. Well, it's a little bit of a consequence of what they've tried to do so far, but doesn't look like it has worked wonders for Team 23. But they have been consistent. 23 with 12 eliminations. We've still got the guys from Team IQ on the other front. Sky totally forgot that this is another team that have 4 players alive. So trying to keep it kosher. Has Chris made his way into the zone? Ooh, I believe Demolish has been spotted. Oh, that was very, very close. Very close. Very, very close. Almost getting swept away there. You know, there's a whole lot of real estate to work with, but it looks like they will be trying to pin Demolish here. One from the left and one from the right. He spotted his foot, and the moment he gets his head up, it's going to be cut. And Speed already has him in his sight lines, and he closes him down. Beautiful teamwork there. They're up to 13 eliminations now, but in all that chaos, Chris immediately capitalizes. Sees something getting knocked away there. And it's not what he was expecting, but it is a job well done. Chris has found a way to cause problems. High on shrooms over to the hillside there. He's trying to hold it in, but there's no way for Chris to get inside of the zone here without compromising his position. But he has to make a play, and he has to make it fast. Over to that right-hand side, we've still got the guys from Unsullied, still not causing too much mayhem, but they've got a sight line and into that position. They're trying to deal the damage. Lion has been spotted. All it takes is one shot, and the shot is good from Rizzle alone as he gets another knock and another knock onto the other side. High on shrooms now trying to play in between the ditches and in between the dips to hide his position. And here comes AK now circling forward. They've lost in that open space. They've lost Zombie, and they might be losing Lion there, but he's pressing forward onto Fearless, but he's losing HP, and he does go down immediately as well. There's chaos brewing in every single position as they lose out on another player biting the dust too quickly for comfort. Fearless is trying to hold on as he has been the solo player, and he has been putting a whole lot of work. Oh, he did not see the grenade. I saw the grenade go through the window, but he did not see it. Champion now is all left to him. Chris was eliminated in that sequence and is now a potential 2 versus 3. It's all about the numbers now. It's all about the Benjamins. Spray from Champion. Can he spot? It's all a matter of who can spray who can outspray the other. As Champion continues to apply that pressure, can he do it through? Can he see the lines? Can he shut this down? High on shrooms already making a play for it, driving his vehicle outside. This could be a bait, though, trying to call Champion out into the open and cause problems for him. And that was very smart. That will give them a little bit of a breather while Champion tries to get his HP back up. They will advance their position. High on shrooms makes a play forward and advances as well. Speed plays off the right hand side. Champion continues to look forward. But let's not forget, Rizzle is still very much in here. But he has to be careful of Speed's position. He has to be careful. He cannot give away that angle. If he does, he could be in a world of trouble. All it takes is one knock for this team, and it will change everything. Because they do not have the numbers advantage right now. So Rizzle cannot be caught making any mistakes. Speed and the rest of these team, they've got 15 eliminations. Can they close out with 17? Champion and Rizzle, they are in a split. If you get one knocked away, he will not make it to his teammate in time. And that is the risk they are willing to take. But now that would be the time to level up. As that swap was dangerous. Champion took a major hit. And a major dash towards the zone there, but that's a beautiful quick play. Immediately puts himself into close quarters combat, but in that swoop, that is exactly what we're talking about there. Rizzle exposed, and he gets knocked away into the corner. That's a beautiful shot from Champion. Goes for the S12K, goes for the drop, and almost getting swept away. That's a beautiful grenade. Over to the other side now. Is Speed in a 2 versus 1. Speed's already pulling up, hops out, takes another hit, and a jump shot from out the car. Champion stood no chance as he goes back into the lobby. Speed with a jump shot from the heavens. I just know that meme is in full effect as he gets the job done and sends him back into the lobby. Ladies and gentlemen, match number 2 has just been concluded. And we got ourselves, I believe, 17 eliminations on the hands there. 6 for Speed, 2 for C7, 4 for High on Shrooms, 5 for him. And that is a wrap. Ladies and gentlemen, one more match for you before we call it a night. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And put the work in. Ladies and gentlemen, the action continues right after the break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Last game of the night. It is going to be a party, a big party. As we go into rondo, 89 players on the plane. The recalls are about to go absolutely insane. You can see all the recall centers littered across the entire map. So there's a big chance that teams are going to go absolutely bed bath and beyond in dropping bodies here. So let's see who is going to take it upon themselves to start cooking off the rip. All right, let's see. Oh, we still got players in the air. So let's focus on the players that are on the ground. Oh, this one's still in the air as well. Okay, I think we've got some players on the ground here. So focus on them. But the play zone is already northeastern, all the way towards. Oh well. That was quick. Bodies are getting dropped quickly in the factory. It looks like Thirsty might be getting thirsted here. Spectate and Viper. Well, close to the recall center, so that's not too bad. Not too shabby for them. Probably gonna have to try to keep it honest here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I do apologize for the technical difficulties there, but we are back to the show. Wait, let me take a look at my graphics card, though. Yeah, no. Right. We are back again. But wait, looks like Dream Team are on the rise. Wait, is it because I changed to this GFX that... Okay, no, it's not because. So is it that these guys are naked? Because I have all of the GFX. I have like all of the resources though. So why is this guy naked though? Why are these guys this guy is clothed, this guy is naked, this guy is naked as well. So only these two have clothes on. It has to be that they are naked, because it can't be because of me not having the resources. That's not even possible. I got the resources, chat. I have the resources, chat. So we're ready. 2 players in the cut. What did we miss? I think some people got some eliminations there. I think Dynamo got one for Team 7. Vicky on the precipice here of making something happen. I think there's someone on the rooftop just bouncing around there. Looks like Pride could be in a lot of trouble as he is trying to hold this down. Spartacus with a sideline of his own, trying to close things down. And there could be some trouble here for Spartacus though, because it doesn't look like he has a lot of places to go to, but it does. Ooh, does he spot Dynamo? He spotted him, right? So, takes a couple of shots there with his AKM. I'm quite surprised that he didn't lay him out there. That would have been very interesting if that was the case, man. Oh my gosh, man. Well, C7 back from the previous game where he had a little bit of an altercation towards the final moments there, but he's back with his teammates coming off the win with speed as well. Ooh, looks like they're going to be pressing this one forward. S12K immediately sends here to kill back to the lobby. Looks like Angus and the guys from UA are going to be battling it up in that northwestern side of these blue zone, just by the edge there. Riz alone is there to pick up the pieces. They're up to 7 eliminations. They came out of that engagement. They came out successful. They came out on top. They came out looking good. But now Play Zone is already on the move again. Phase 2 of the circle already dashing teams forward, and a whole bunch of teams towards that south and that southwestern side. Nobody's actually getting caught up on the northern side either way. Recall center still very much active here. And there is more where that came from. Absolutely more where that came from. And they are looking like they want to close this down just a little bit more. Ooh, Excess is also trying to make an advance effort against team number 2, because Immortal, Sasuke and Goku are also looking for a way into the zone, but no chance for them, as they are playing as 3, so resources are not going to go down well the way they would have liked though. But that would not be stopping them, not even in the slightest. But they have been spotted here. Xenos has to be very careful though. It might be dropped on his knees. Could be close, could be a major spoiler in the way they have progressed. But we'll see so far how they will manage to hold on. Crates, zero aim, and Ciaris from TFO, team number 13. Oh, it's about the time to get their hands dirty. And Speed and the rest of his comrades are not the ones you want to lose out on. Good sprays from Speed though, but too far for him to deal any kind of damage. We'll have to think twice about how they want to make their rotation going forwards. But it's not a bad call. Crate goes down. Had no idea that he had opposition in his territory, but they will make him pay for it. Is Iron Shroom, can he be recalled? Is it possible for him to recalled? I mean, the recall centers are still very much active here, but I think they're not going to be active for long as we go into phase 3 of the circle. 30 seconds, give or take, before we move into the next phase. Looks like they will be pulling up onto Xenos, and here they come now. Speed, grenade in hand. I decide to go for it there, one after the other. This is going to be a dangerous one though. He does get the drop onto that position. First grenade is good, and they will pack him up immediately. 9 eliminations now for team number 21. Coming fresh off a win. Can they do a back-to-back win? We're about to see if that will be the case. Again, a whole bunch of teams in the southern side haven't made their way into the zone just yet, but it is going to be a very, very difficult rotation for them going forward, as Goulet has been knocked down. Sad goes down. Dream Team under siege again. We've seen them somewhat survive out of here though. Now the play zone is quite tumultuous as the teams are still yet to find their footing here, as we are moving and cruising into the final phases of the recalls. Any moment from now the recalls will be shut down. There will be no chance to call your fallen comrades anymore. It's all about thinking twice about your next plans, about your next moves. So here to kill is back up. I believe he has been recalled, so that will give them a little bit of a chance to try something else, try something different. Dean on the move as well. Is that a recall center outside? Is that a recall center right there? I could be wrong. Wait, let me take a look. Is that a recall center right there? Ooh, well, Swag gets caught by C7. AUG straight to the noggin and knocks him straight off. The flush easily will follow through there onto the other side. They're trying to hold this down though. Do have a majority of the zone under lock and key. Dream Team continue their own onslaught onto the other side as they are pressing forward. But the whole bunch of teams just nestled into this western side there. That's a dangerous play coming through from Team 21. They will lose another member, and they will lose another angle and another position in the way they have set themselves up. Sprays are coming through again. More chaos, more battles unleashed. More positions under siege as well again. Good grenade. Tossed out. And there is where that came from. Ooh, well, the recall just in time. Recall came up just in time. And now Team 21 looking very good here. If they can match the energy of the play zone here, this could be something very special, though they can close it down, but it's not looking very likely for them as they are advancing their position slowly but surely. We'll see. And here come the potential positions for them to advance with. They're trying to make sure the job is done here. Remember, they are coming off a win. Ooh, High on Shrooms goes knocked down to the blue zone again. So he did get actually picked up earlier on. The recall did come through. But now Goku and Immortal playing off the back end as well. They're looking very confident. They are trying to hold the play zone all by the lonesome. Can they do it though? Can they make it happen? There is a chance that this happens the way they want. Here comes Speed. He's been spotted. The angles are not too nice, but C7 trades one off immediately as well. Gets a knock. That's a big knock onto J48. And now the press is on again. S12K straight to the top half into the corner again. The first drop again goes for the second, and he does make it happen. Champion, unfortunately, no dice for him. His teammates are lurking outside, but they had no idea that the ops were lurking closer as well, and that would be the end of the road for him. But that will also be the end of the road for him if he's not careful enough or manages to get into the zone just in time. 14 eliminations for Team 21, and they do a major job of holding us down. But here comes Rizzle alone, and he's making a dash for it. He might be spotted, and he might take some hits as he drives into the final phase of the zone for Zone 5. And there is time is of the essence here. Chris continues to cause some chaos. I believe in the south side, Dream Team once again very confident in the way they have been causing chaos in this area. They did lose Sad earlier on, but that will not stop them from being a menace to the rest of the team in the lobby. Goku, the latest one, getting caught by Nova. Dream Team will make quick work of him as well. Nova goes for the flush. 6 eliminations now, and the numbers just keep rising up. The pressure just keeps mounting up as well, and the chances are getting steeper and steeper as all the players will try their best to back themselves going into the final phase of the zones, or rather the final couple of phases there. We pray for mercy. Spotted there by Nova, but the hillside will protect him. Can't really be able to get the shots across there. Play zone starts to move again. 90 seconds on the clock before the play zone moves. And now here the kill has started to kill. Gets the first drop. Rizzle still very much in the mix here, but I spoke too soon. He gets dropped immediately. End of the road for him. Team 21 now up to 15 eliminations. They're adding more and more as the game goes on. Can they get a 20 bomber? I believe they got 17 in the previous game. Can they do it again? But doesn't look likely though. The last player here, AK from IQ, is going to press forward, and he is going to make sure that something special goes into this final draft. But they might be able to see this way through. Remember, he has to be careful. There's opposition behind him, and he's wary, very wary. But Chris has taken a hit courtesy of Pray for Mercy. In that south side, there's a whole lot of commotion going on. But there's more to where that came from. Nova turns his back to the opposition. The number one mistake you cannot make. And now it is all left to Peter. He's too far away to cause any problems for them. But can he pick Nova up? I think he can. Fortunately for him, he does have a vehicle. Pulls up just in time, but the press is on into the corner again. A couple more sprays into that right hand side. Drops the smoke to shield the vision, giving him at least a couple of seconds to breathe. Chris still knocked away, still on the move. I believe he can also get picked up with a vehicle in ways here. I believe something special can happen if he can make his way into the zone, which he is already. But TSR, Saint and Next already pressing forward. They want to make sure that this is done. And AK from 10 from IQ has been stopped. Chris can get picked up. This would be the best time to pick him up if he can get back into the car. Peter already going for it. If he can pick his teammate up, this would be a major advantage for Dream Team, and I think he will get the job done. I think he will pick up his teammate. Chris makes the right call, gets behind the rock, gets behind cover, gets behind the spray downs coming through from Nova, and a Molotov to follow suit immediately there. Manages to escape just by the skin of his teeth, but he has to press forward. Grenade right now from Nova. If he can launch this one perfectly, he might be able to make something happen. Launches yet another over to the corner. Doesn't connect, just a couple of inches shy. Will try to launch the second one as well over the other side, but the beta switch will force him to make the mistake of getting a couple of inches wider again. Probably going to have to try this for the second time running, but it does connect right underneath the vehicle. Turns him into a mechanic as he goes underneath, and he connects the shots there. Nova trying to hold it on. Smoke is good to shield the vision there. Can't seem to block the way through, but let's not forget he's exposed behind as well. And now playing it forward over to that left hand side. And here comes Mex now trying to hold his teammate to account for his teammate to pick him up, but it looks like Dream Team could utilize that high angle position to cause some problems for him, and they will do the job. It is Chris on the microphone, drops the nade on his head and packs him back into the lobby. Youngblood from MDR still spotted, gets dropped over to the other side as well. Floki trying to hold it in, but Youngblood doesn't look like there's chance for him as well. He's taking a hit. It doesn't look like he will be able to succumb and hold the lines down there. Trouble in paradise for him. MDR trying to hold on to the last man. It is here to kill. Is he here to kill this time? He's only got one elimination so far. He hasn't been doing much kill, as the other team from Team 19 are now trying to occupy majority of the zone. They've gotten 12 eliminations so far. Here to kill over to the other side. They've spotted him, but they can't seem to get an angle on him, but he's making a play for it. And they've spotted him. They might decide to drop him instead. Might decide to drop him over to the other side as well. Nova has to be very careful there, but he does get dropped away. But the trade-off is good immediately from Peter. But Peter not so lucky. He gets dropped off as well. But Itachi immediately getting flushed. And now an opportunity for the guys from Dream Team to hold on and take a breather. But can they be pressed? I believe they will be pressed. Triller is going to take it upon himself there to close the gap, to make sure that the guys from Dream Team will not advance forward. Here comes Triller now. Will he swap to a grenade? Yes, he does. And you know that is the right call. But will the grenade land exactly where he needs it to land? He launches that one over to the other side there. Tries for the smoke grenade to hold him through, and Triller's playing forward. Chris is now onto the other side. Can Chris hear the opposition on the right hand side? He can, and they've decided to pull up onto his position now. Molotovs flying over to the other side. Dream Team still holding on here, getting absolutely bamboozled from all the different corners, but Peter has been picked up, and the numbers now will balance out. Triller and Floki trying to get an off angle here onto Chris, but they can't seem to find the angles. Chris has blinded him completely with the smoke grenades, and he's flying onto the corner, and he had no idea Triller will be dropped away there by Chris. Beautiful position, but here to kill is still behind them. MDR could pose a threat. Pray for mercy. Goes on his knees. Prayers will not be answered this time. Chris about to shut this down. Floki, can he be the last Viking? Can he get this one done against the guys from Dream Team? He's trying to park it through, gets the ultra to drop, and again gets the job done. S12 but no luck, no dice, will be dropped away this time. Peter will not deny, will get the job done. Chris does get knocked away this time around, but will he be getting picked up? Here to kill, playing off the back end. Somehow the last team there from 21 still could do something here, still could turn this on his head, but he's too far away. This could have been a perfect position for Nova to get the angles right, but he's still focused on that last player from MDR. Doesn't remember the last player from Team 21 as he makes the play around into the corner there. And here to kill is inside the zone, just a couple of inches, a couple of meters, and he will be able to cover that space. But there's still a lot of ground to cover. Peter continues to apply that pressure. The shots going to fire through. They will decide to pull up on his position. If they can get the angles right, they might be able to covert this one. But now here comes Nova in a 1v1 against this last player. He could lose, and he can't afford to lose right now. He might get pulled out of his car. That was dangerously close, but they know exactly where the ops are now, so they will capitalize on this. But he's very low on HP. Has to be careful. That is a big risk that he just took. Tried the bait and switch, but it doesn't work. Chris is going to be the victim. He gets knocked away, and Nova could be in trouble here if he's pulled out of that car. This might change everything. Potential 1 versus 4 here for that last player from Team 21. He has 10 eliminations. He's looking for a whole lot more. The Nova continues to drive closer, continues to relinquish the pressure, will keep his teammates back up to full strength. Here to kill is making his own advance. Nova trying to get the bait out, trying to force him out into the open to release the pressure. They're back to full strength yet again. No more calls, no more fools. Here they go. And he's been spotted. He spots him. Why did you go for that one? Well, it didn't work, but Peter's there. And now an opportunity for him to hold on into the lines there, but he has to be careful into that corner. Takes a couple more shots, and that will be a job well done. And then now it is a 3 versus 1 Dream Team. It is their game to win right now. Here to kill also plays it forward, and that might be the job. Over to the other side. Here comes here to kill. He's moving, he's grooving, but he's spotted. He's taking damage, and he spots through. Plays over to the western side, hides behind the hill. Good format to rotate the positions, but it looks like there's not much he can do here. He's stuck between a rock and 3 Dream Team players, and they're all spread around. They're about to wrap this up. They're about to close him down. The vehicle already pops out. He's exposed, and that will be a job well done. Dream Team will take the chicken dinner, and that will bring us to the end of our games tonight. Dream Team, 2 chicken dinners, first and the last. They start the day with a chicken, they end the day with a chicken, and I believe they do this with 14 eliminations, and a job well done. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the broadcast. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for locking in with me as well. See you guys same time tomorrow with more weekend games.